Hi, it's Kim here. Today, I'm going to talk about the truth. There's something I just can't figure out. How could so many people vote for a man like Trump? The main component of his campaign consisted of threats to people's human and civil rights to his own constituents. I mean, you heard and saw the man. You saw his behavior. He showed us exactly who he is. He even spelled out some of the sick and depraved things that he wants to do to his fellow citizens. He wants something worse than waterboarding. He wants to tear apart families by separating children from their moms and dads based on citizenship. He even wants stop and frisk to be reinstated. It's not even legal, it's unconstitutional. You heard him talk about women and belittling and humiliating them, and disabled people, Muslims, overweight people. He's been talking and acting like this his entire life, for decades. But you have to see for yourself. If you have a minute, do some research on the Central Park Five, and you'll be blown away. Instead of having outrage for all the racist and bigoted things that he says and has done in his past, people rallied around him. They loved him. They loved that he was so politically incorrect. They thought that was great compared to other politicians. I mean, his ideas were pretty simple. Let's blame every single person who's not white in America for everything that's wrong in America. And his people loved it. They thought, cool, finally, someone who thinks like us. The way I see it now, the election's over. We no longer have to wonder about his threats and his promises. I mean, he might not do everything, but go no further than to look at the clan of members he's selected for his cabinet. It's like the who's who of white supremacy. I mean, so today, in the spirit of not being politically correct, I'm going to speak the truth. I mean, what does political correctness mean anyway? So if you call someone politically correct, you don't really believe them. You think they're disingenuous. Maybe they're trying to be a good person. Maybe they're trying to, make you like them. Trump's supporters were refreshed by his political incorrectness. He was finally speaking their language, and then white people would no longer have to play nice to everybody else. In other words, they were refreshed by his blatant racism. He threatens to take away basic human rights of so many people, and I'm guessing that was never a factor for you, was it? He had you the minute you found out he was a racist bigot. He had you at racist. You found out what a racist he was, and you must have pledged your allegiance then and there, because after that, it probably didn't matter what he did, because he did a lot of things, and it didn't make a difference. I mean, I remember everybody complaining, saying, the man doesn't even have any policies. But now I get it, because he didn't have any policies, but it didn't matter. So I came to the conclusion that you didn't vote for him despite his racism. You voted for him because of it. I mean, I realize a lot of listeners are like, oh, look at that mean lady calling us racist. I don't want to call you racist. I don't know what else to do. I don't understand. I don't view the question of, are you racist, as like yes or no. It's more of a continuum. I mean, sure, you might not be burning crosses and calling people the N-word, but by looking the other way and giving him a pass, you supported blatant racism and bigotry. You want a man who's a racist bigot to be our president, and you got it. So in the refreshing spirit of not being politically correct, I'm sorry, you're a racist. I know calling people names is not the way to get people to not be racist. It's not the way to get people to examine, themselves and look in the mirror and all that. I know that. It's just, I'm so frustrated because I don't understand, and I want to understand. When you say stuff like, oh, you're just a poor loser in the election because you didn't support Trump, it shows that on the most fundamental level, you just don't get this. These are people's human rights. Isn't that what America is supposed to be all about? Equality? We just live a lie. Justice for all. I mean, liberty and justice for all. It's a lie. It's just a lie. I could care less what your party affiliation is. I could care less if you're a Democrat. I could care less if you're a Republican. I just care about my fellow humans' rights. And I want you to prove me wrong. Tell me you're not a racist. Show me you're not a racist. because this stuff is killing me. These are our fellow Americans. So if I'm wrong, show me I'm wrong. Stand up for people's human rights. Don't let Trump do this to them. These are your fellow humans. Educate yourself. Teach yourself about the whitewashed history that you were fed in school. Find out the truth. Teach people, everyone you know, that race is a human construct. Explain to people you meet that white people are descendants from people in Africa. We're all part African. Become an ally to stop the sickness. Please, prove that I'm wrong. I want to be wrong. I just want everyone to have equal opportunity and live up to what our country promises. Liberty and justice for all, not for some. Thanks for watching.